builds. Now, titling is top 5 builds. Of course, I'm going to have a new top 5 when I make my own builds. But just based off of what I've been seeing, looking around, taking a look at a lot of people's builds, a lot of people, I seen on Twitter, somebody says a lot of people making some trash builds, and I'm like, when I'm looking at people's builds, I'm kind of like, God damn. I'm like, I don't know, based off of how people making their builds, I'm like looking at it like, it kind of look different too, how people making their builds, you know, based off the stuff they put up. It's kind of looking different. I heard of some people say it's a little tricky, but I don't know. But first off, we're gonna start off with grinding. This is his 6'8" build, okay? Looking at his stats, this is well balanced, right? We're gonna go into it. He can hit shots in the close shot area. He can go do a driving layup if he needs to. His strongest area where he's gonna want to be able to do some dunking is in his driving dunk. That's an 89. That's damn near close to a 90. You see what I'm saying? So he uses a takeover. He can easily go dunk the ball. Easy. Stand and dunk. Post control, that's not his game. So those are safe stats where it's like it's cool. And you still have a sprinkle of them there in case you want to just play around and do something. Next, we get to his mid-range shot. It's very high. So we know he's going to have a lot of badges just from the mid-range being high in the shooting area. The 3-point is an 83. That's like a nice balanced 3-point. It's nothing super OD, but a player that's going to be moving around and able to dribble, he can dribble a little bit, will be good, right? He has this as an ISO build, right? Demigod ISO build. Then when you look over at something, you see that he has challenger, on-ball menace, pick dodger, right? And you know the takeover system is different this year, so yeah, you know, it's still good to play defense because you'll just be in a good groove to get the ball back and go score, you know what I mean, and easily get your takeover. But you know how your takeover works now. It's different this year, so it's like your stats still going to really be key to what your build does. 86 ball handle, that's like the natural, that's to get like speed booster on gold, light launch on gold. That's like the cap for that. I know that. I don't know if the small forward at that height gets it. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. I'm not sure, because the speed of ball is a little bit different. I mean, we can go look at the badges real quick and look at through how he put it. Let's see. Let's go all the way back to where he goes to his speed of ball. Okay, so he gets strong handle.
Demigod build, and also you get 2 max plus.
He really.
How much of a game changer this is. You are gonna be speed boosting on a 6'8" demigod build, and also you get 2 max plus 1s per season.
Get it good, I believe. Wait, oh no, 91 speed with
this build. I need y'all to realize how much of a game changer this is. You are gonna be speed boosting on a 6'8" demigod build, and also you get 2 max plus 1s per season. At the end of the season, they're gonna reset, but you get 2 max plus 1s every single season. So once we're done with this build, I want you to comment down below what are the.
So that's badge perks. Okay, I get how it works. Okay, so yeah, he'll be at gold. Okay. They gotta give us something a little bit better with these rewards. I can't wait to see what the rewards is gonna be. Alright, to what they talking about. Alright, but let's get all the way to it, to where he has his build maxed out to a 99 potential. Where he's at the final go. Okay, there he goes. Right, 99. So this is basically like a lockdown. It can shoot, it can dunk, it can dribble around. To stop this build, you'll just have to have some defense, right? He has 60 strength, so it's not really like a strong small forward. If you do have the strength to counteract it in defensive badges, you'll be able to keep up with this build, or at least contain him. He'll have to hit you with a good move, get past you, get to the rack. He is going to be relying on that lightning launch on gold once he uses that max badge perk and bumps it up to that next level. So that is going to help him and make him a little bit faster and probably make him a problem, you know. I know grind is gonna make like a meta type build, and meta doesn't always mean meta. That's just the word people make. Meta, I mean like a lot of people's gonna want to copy that same type of play style. Then the defense is crazy, bro. He doesn't care about the block, and I feel like this is what makes this build a good build, because he's going balanced. He's taking a risk. If you get past him, you'll be able to finish on him. If you can get past that 92 perimeter and that steal, you'll be able to finish on him. Hopefully they did steal a little better, and you know the 85 is like, it's cool, but it's like you're not gonna pluck too crazy like last year. But on ball menace is gold. That's basically clamps. That's gold clamps basically in gold challenger. So that's a lot right there, really. But it's not legend though. Remember, I really feel like that's a big change, y'all. I know a lot of people may think it's not, but I feel like it's a big change in the game. Like when you get to legend, it's a big difference versus gold. I feel like gold is just it's cool. If you have another gold badge to counteract them, it just bases it off of like the time and the space and who made the best decision. Like the game reads it that way. You know, because if you have a gold badge against his gold badge, you know, it counteracts. It has to do that, you know. It has to come down to who has more space, who create the more separation, you know, or something from his contest, right? This is a nice balance, and he made his interior, so at least he could just like wall up or something like that. And you know, that's tough. This is a tough balance. He's choosing to go offense and be more. He's isoing up on this, right? He may have a lock with him. And he still has a 62 defensive rebound, which is good, so he can board up as well. That's good. With the 78 vertical, he's going to be able to jump up and grab a board. 86 speed, 80 agility, so he's moving around on defense too. Yeah, this is so he doesn't have that much strength, so you'll be able to body him like with certain badges and stuff. He's going to be like a skinny 6'8", because you can see he's 185. You'll be able to, if you got like a body badge to body him up, yeah. I can see it. A strong, what Ja Morant was using? What is it? Strong finisher? It was called something. I forget what the finishing badge is called. Somebody could comment down if y'all remember it. But you have that badge, you will probably be able to finish on him, no block. That's all 2K needs to have to make this game really good, because it's going to really start to show players where they're limited at. Like, oh, you don't have that block. If he wants to go and kill you there, and he has the right badges and he knows how to utilize it in that area, he can. Float game, all that, he can. You don't have the ability to block it, even though you're 6'8". You have to still have those stats there. You're just like a big scoring 6'8". You know, you're not really like a swap blocker 6'8", and that's real in the NBA. That's like realistic like things. So it's like, if they get this right and have it like this, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be. That's all they have to do, and that's what I'm seeing with a lot of people's builds. They're like, they risking on certain stuff. I'm about to show y'all a build too here. So this is their builds with a little bit of tweaks. Right here, grinding build, he gets a pass. He does not get a tweak. I don't feel like nothing's wrong with his build. And I look at each build like that's a person's own unique thing, and it's based off of their own play style. So give that build a pass. You know, I wouldn't tweak. It's strong enough to where it's like, oh yeah, the spots is good. I could see myself, if I was a person to take somebody's build, I would use this build. All right, boom. All right, now we got grinder. All right, good. We off it now. Brother Jones made me realize something crazy. Someone told me that strong handle, you need a 93 strength. People forget that you get 2 max badge perks during the season. You could have that on legend. So we can have that badge on legend. Alright. And another badge too as well. Okay. So you see he's at a 78 ball handle. His KD build, now this is the one that where I'm gonna do the tweaks with that. I want to show y'all what I'm gonna have differently. This drive and dunk is coming down. This is a meta thing with 2K. Most people's videos you're gonna click on their builds, you will see that driving dunk there. No, everybody tries that, has to have that. Dunk, shoot, playmaking, defense, if they can somewhere. But this year you're gonna see the limits. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the limits. Now look, this driving dunk is coming down. You wanna know why? Because it's taken away from my defense. It's taken away from that. Alright, the wingspan, it's like he dropped the wingspan down, but he still didn't go up in that 3 ball. That 3 ball, I need that 85 3 ball. I may want to do 6'10 wingspan. And I think you can still get it with the same wingspan what I was seeing from people. Because I've seen somebody with a 6'11. Yeah, there was a 6'11 with it. So I would still probably keep it 6'11. because I'm noticing that the defense drops. Whatever he went to 6'10", wingspan 6'10", 6'10", the defense drops, that perimeter. And I seen on whose build was we looking at? Juice's Kevin Durant build. He had the 80 perimeter with the 80 block. That's what I need right there. We need that defense with KD. Okay? The pass accuracy is way too high. That's taken away from so much luxury with KD. This pass accuracy is coming down to a 75, and like I said, people, I'm stacking it in other places. You see how he's damn near at a 98, and this defensive rebound still not there. At least I put my defensive rebound, if I can't go no higher, put it to a 60. That 60 is really in reality like a 70, because 9 times out of 10 you got that mismatch. You put yourself at a small forward, how you get that mismatch. Maybe it's a 6'7" that don't really got too much rebounding. You get that, you're that taller, you just got that inch to grab the rebound over. You got those few inches to grab the rebound over, or even at a 70. You know what I mean? But that block at 80, the steal don't even gotta be there. But I may keep a steal that's like 60. But really, when you think about it, a steal is really for like swipe downs or you passing lanes. KD builds is really not that type of build. You're really like the big build that goes and flash. You play the perimeter. That's why the 80 perimeter is important, because you're a bigger body there. Guards are more scared. You got more of a good height to jump and contest and reach. And remember, mini marksman is going to be a good badge. So height is just going to be more important. If they have the badge on a high tier, they may be able to shoot over you, but at certain points of times. But that's going to depend on, how close you are to them and how did you time your jump and when did they get their release, So it's still a timing thing. Don't get it twisted. It's still a timing thing at the end of the day. But certain things we gonna have to take down, because we gonna want the challenger. You get challenger with the perimeter D and the block. We not wanting a KD build that's just strictly the offense. And you see what he did right here too. I'm seeing why. Oh man, that post control. He went really, really high in that post control. Let's see. Was he trying? Did he get? Let's see. Did he get unpluckable on a higher level? That would be the only perk. That would be the only perk in this KD build. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see when you put your drive and dunk up so much. That's crazy. Let's see. Let's go through. Okay, lightly launched bronze. See, you'll be able to put that max badge perk and get the silver. Okay, let's see what he did. No, he's going for post fade phenom. That's what he's going for. Okay, we're gonna go to the end now. He showed us really. Okay, you get shifty shooter too with the agility. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This about to be lovely. All right, now look. Look at the KD build. Let me see. I'm gonna need that perimeter higher. The shot, the badges that he has is perfect. The only thing, like I said, people, post control, no. I feel like it slows people down. Anybody that's a KD user that uses post control, I promise you, they play slow with KD. They don't really play shifty, like moving. They don't shoot threes. They don't shoot fades consistently and literally could just go crazy and go nuts. Or dribble, shoot shots in people's face, or even play against a lockdown. Like I have clips playing against good locks, doing moves, still shooting step backs. They're not really playing like the real KD. They're just post control and trying to shoot a post fade. Yeah, I know KD does that, but you can do that once you're skilled. With the 93 midi, you can do that. Even drop it down to a 92, because I believe I'm going to a 92. You can still do that. You can still post, turn, or do a post hop. Like, you can still do all of that. It's like they want the animation, this post spin, and then the post fade badge, so you can knock them down and make them more, but you can still make those heavily. You know what I mean? I feel like it just slows a player down because they try to say, okay, let me use this post badge, and then it's like, you know, it's never really in a situation where you see. That's why the comp players be like, oh, nah, it's not needed, because it's never really in a situation where you see that being able to. Hopefully this year they change it where you can see a shot like that being needed, you know, or clutch to make. But 2K with they balancing. All right, so now look at this. The strength at an 80, that's fine with me, because this is he actually went with the vertical that I said I would go with. But that agility, I think my agility would have to be a little higher, so I'm going to take away from a few things. Oh, he actually put the rebounding up. Let me see. He actually put the rebounding up, but he's switching to a few different builds. Okay. Let's see where he caps it out at. Come on. All right. All right, there he goes. 99. So once again, people, with my KD build, this is how I'm doing it. He did a few things where he's going the way where he's going, but I feel like this is still a good KD build too as well. If you want to be a post control KD type of guy, you want to do that, that's cool. Like, look, he even went higher in the driving dunk. The finishing stats are lovely. Okay, he went up a little bit. Okay, let's go. Let's break it down from this point. The finishing stats are lovely. Lovely. What I don't like is the defensive stats. This is a beautiful KD when it comes to finishing, but the defensive stats, it's like, that's what makes a 6'10 good. You can still get the playmaking stats and have a little more defense and go light on the finishing, and you still will be powerful in the finishing because you're bigger. When you get the mismatches, that's when you'll see yourself finishing a lot more. But people don't play with that type of strategy. You know, they just want to have the ability to say, okay, I just want to be able to dunk crazy too. That 88 dunk, that's not bad though. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm not mad at all. It's still a clean KD build. 85 pad, he can pass, shoot. It's still very, very clean, but he lacks in the defense, and I feel like they're not playing this year with defense. They made it better, one, but I feel like it's still, if they made it better, it doesn't matter. Okay, you say, oh, I'm a guard, I can go with lower defense because they made the defense better. No, you still have to make sure you're putting your stats there so you can still get the better benefits and feel the better benefits. It's still 2K. We're still playing 2K, y'all. That's like you saying right now, they made shooting better. And usually they say they try to work on the shooting, make the shooting more better each year. Well, I can go with a 65 and still green. Like you know, sometimes it's possible with boosts and all that, but come on. Yeah, I get what I'm saying. I need more defense on the KD build. That's what makes him elite. When a guard comes over and you got an 80 block, 80 perimeter, you can move around the perimeter real quick, chase down, and jump and block it. That scares them, so that you play the defense differently. You got challenger on a higher level, so you can challenge better. No, we need all of that there for the KD build. That helps you play well, so that you can get the ball back more on offense. So that driving dunk is coming down. He went up in the driving layup, and based off what I'm seeing, y'all, he added so much post control. You could add so much to a KD build this year and make him really, really nasty in areas. Oh my, I'm taking so much of this finishing down. All I really want is a little bit of driving dunk. I could really keep it at like a 78, really. Driving standing dunk, I could drop this down too. We could drop this down. We definitely keeping that at 70. It's not going no higher than a 70. The driving layup's going to come up more because I love the finesse layups with a taller build. People sleep on that aspect of the game, but it's tough. They sleep on it. And now every time you're going to be able to drive and people come to help when you do a hop step, a euro between, yeah, that stuff works. This pass actually is coming down. When you're good, 75, I can even drop it maybe 78. When you're good, you can literally know how to do dribble moves, cross somebody, and use your offense to make your passing even higher. Just have it on a base stat, and a kind of like even good base stat like 75, and you can still just kick it and dime. Still can do it. Still can get off a good pass. there's just a certain art to passing in basketball where when you pass and you want to get it down the court fast, or it's a flashy pass to throw the defenders off. It's a whole bunch of different things. So, and we may go up a little bit higher on that rebound too. I see like he really just stacked it more for offense for this KD build. So I really can go crazy with the KD build. I'm realizing this now, super crazy. All right, so we off his. We get on to the next one now. Here is where we get on Brothers Jones lockdown. Right? I'm gonna go to the end because I think he did a few. All right, now I'm pausing on this. Now this I wouldn't consider a best build. It's a good template, but one thing that I don't like how they're making the builds is people are trying to max out OD because they want to go for those legend badges. So you see he's an OD lock, but he cannot finish. And I feel like if we're back in those old 2Ks days, players that make builds like this may not do too well, because shooting is still one of the hardest things to do when you're playing against good players. Being able to just get certain shots off, you have to have the team passing and stuff like this. He has no ball handling ability where he's going to be slow on the court. He's not even going to be wanting the ball in his hand. The pass accuracy is cool. It's the 75, the bounce pass accuracy I was telling you guys, where it's like, okay, he's going to be able to pass the ball around, but it's not going to be where it's like super dimey, like, okay, he's super. So this is me leading to the peach. He's going to have the ball more when he's on this lock build. And I'm seeing a lot of people, I've looked at a few lock builds, like a lot, and a lot of people are really making these lock builds with the 78, 3, and the 69. And when you look at this kind of looks like old back in the day lockdowns. And I'm seeing a lot of people's builds like this, and the finishing is just terrible. He could drive and lay up, so he can go and lay up the ball, and he's going to be able to do that, finish and lay up the ball, and that's going to be useful if that's how he wants to play. This doesn't make this a bad build, but it's like, I really feel like when people do make lock builds, they should have that dunk there. So when you throw cuts, you can have that, just off the pick and roll, you throw the cuts. But it's looking like we're getting back to that older 2K. The interior defense, I would drop, because I feel like we're getting back to those old days where you need a lock, a center, a scorer build. Or you go with a stretch center with a little bit of defense, because we still got all-star builds, so you can still mix and match it a little bit. Go out there with different lineups, like on the threes, even now in 5v5, the bigger courts, it'll be a little different as well too, But this is if he just wants to be like a shooting. But I don't know. The shooting, I feel like, is not going to be that easy where everybody's just going to be able to spray. Hopefully we go back to that type of 2K. That'd be nice. 92, 94. This is the pair stats though. Like, this is like real good pair stats if you want to get some stuff, right? The rebound is 66. I look at it, I'm like, he could take away. But then the block is a 91, and then the vertical is 80. So it's a really tough build. He can really jump up, block the ball. It's just he's not finishing in the paint besides layups. And he can still get the ball and lay it in. But it's like, it's not too much strong stats. Because when you do a cut, remember, once you stop taking a driving layup, once you're not in that driving layup, you're driving and you're laying up the ball, your close shot activates. You go into your close shot, and he doesn't have strong close shot badge. He's at a 70. So once you get to the position where somebody could have you walled up and you're not in that driving motion, driving layup, you revert to your close shot stat, and then he's doomed right there. So it's like, that's why sometimes it's good to have the driving dunk at least a 70, sacrifice a few stats, Yeah, sacrifice a few. You got to. Like, 2K's forcing you to do that. That's why the cap breakers are going to be important now that I realize and see it, because with the potentials, because they're forcing you to, like, hey, pick and choose at your stats. 83 speed, 80 agility, strength is a good strength, and for everything else, that's good with this build. Everything else, but like I said, I feel like a driving dunk is important. At least a 70 with a lock. The balance, at least a 70, because sometimes if you make a good split, you can save a guard so much trouble, or any player so much trouble. That's why it's just good. You can save it because you'll get the animation and you'll dunk it. You won't get a slow animation, and sometimes layup animation, certain ones are slow, and then somebody has time to come and block it if they have the stats. Alright, so we off that. A few tweaks to that build for sure. A few tweaks to that build. Now we on to Laker fans build. Now, this is a center build that I looked at, and I'm like, okay, it looked really monstrous when you look at it. It's only one thing I noticed. Alright, so we're gonna start off. Close shot is a 78. That 78 gets bumped up. Why? Because he's 7'1". He's tall. When you're super tall, you're going to just, when you get deep down in the paint, you're going to get that over a player unless they're tall, same height with you. Driving dunk a 60, so if he is in momentum, he can get a driving dunk to fall off. Just being that height too, you'll just get the, you know how 2K is, you'll get that dunk to fly off. Then he has a standing dunk, which is a 90, which you know he's going to go crazy with the standing dunk on a 90, right? Remember, add your cap breakers, add just, you know, everything else to it, add everything else to certain parts of the build that can go up, right? Mid-range, 78. He can use cap breakers, get it up because I see he didn't max it out. 3-point, 74. He's still going to want to shoot a 3-point shot if he gets open, so this build can shoot, and it can do standing dunks to you. I feel like that's kind of cheesy, especially like on twos, right? Pass accuracy, then he can dot. He can back you down because he has a 91 strength, and he can dot. This actually is a tough build when it comes to that real, like a post. Just, he has 61 post, so he can do a little bit of post with that. It's not like it's really low. That 89 pass accuracy is dangerous, and he actually wanted to be a little bit freaky, and he added 49 ball handle and speed with ball. So he meant to do this. He meant to want to move with this build, to be able to just do a little dribble move. You know how he's a slashing type of player, just a little dribble just to get past you a little bit, maybe pass out of it, he gets the ball back. All types of strategies I can see with this, all types of strategies. I know I can see it just by how he placed it. He was trying to reach. If he wanted to, he probably wanted to get a 50 ball handling too if he wanted to, but maybe he dropped it down. I was like, what's the point? You know, let me put it somewhere else. We go to the interior defense at 82. Very good for the 7'1" height. Very good. Perimeter defense 63. I like that he did this because it shows that he wants to move around the perimeter. He still wants to get as much versatility he can out of his big man to move around still. And with the 60 still, he added still so he can at least tip in a passing lane or even catch it, you know. So that's good at that stat. And then the 84 block, you see that he gets high flying denier, can chase down artists and rim protector, silver basically. He puts his 2 max badge perks that he gets for the season on it, can have those both at gold. So tough center build, you know. Offensive rebound 96, that's tough. Defensive rebound 90, so he went offensive rebound more so he can just snag up and get second chance for his team. That's tough. All these stats are beautiful when you look at it. 63 speed, beautiful. And then we get to the next thing, agility. This actually is not even a bad agility, 50, but that was the most stat that I looked at that was like, that's the only stat that probably is going to hit him the most, the agility. You're going to feel that 50 agility, I feel like, for sure. As a big man, you're going to feel that agility, like from moving off defense side to side. You're going to feel that agility. Players are going to get used to it, of course, but you're going to feel that agility, especially off offense. Him trying to move around and do a catch and shoot, he's going to feel that agility. I feel like people will start to realize and be like, damn, that's that hit a little more, you know, than you really think. Then strength 91, yeah, we seen that. And then the vertical 75, so he's getting up there. But as for a big man to play the big man role, this is a perfect big man role build, I feel like. Yes, you know, he has his speed maxed out and his agility maxed out. You may see some centers with 40 agility, you know, lower speed. So at a 7'1" height, that much weight, so you can have that much strength, that is what you're gonna get. That is the best of best what you're gonna get, I feel like, you know. So I like this build. Good center build right here that, you know, people can copy the template or look at the template. I feel like stuff is perfect right here for that, for a 7'1". Like, where else you really gonna go? I mean, if you want to be really good, if you really want to be really balanced, I mean, you could take away from certain things, maybe to get the speed, drop the weight a little bit, drop the strength so you can move around a little bit more, take away from the ball handling and go more into being a real big. Because if you do that, you don't have to dribble. Like if I make a build, like I don't think I would really put no ball, but some people, you know, maybe want to be like a Karl Anthony Towns or some type of big. So, but I wouldn't put none on mines, and I would just really go crazy in the interior in the block, like really make myself a problem in that paint area, or you know, maybe the finishing, stack a little more, put a little more post control, do a post control move, you know, somewhere. You know, but some people may want that ball handling just so they could dribble around too on you a little bit, do a few moves or something. All right, so that's Laker fans build. We're gonna get off his build, and we're gonna get on to Young Dirks. Now this build looks super tough. I was like, I had to take a little second and sit back at it, but I was like, no, this actually looks pretty tough, right? Now this is a small forward, 6'8", 250. 7-foot wingspan, LeBron build. Let's start off at the top. 80 close shot, 90 driving layup. That's tough. That's a lot of driving layup. So he must want to use that driving layup. Float game, I feel like it's definitely going to be powerful. I've been seeing people use the badge just in the play now, and it looks tough. So float game, that's a tough badge. You know what I mean? That's a tough badge. I feel like they getting towards that IRL aspect. They keeping certain badges like that, you know. So they getting towards that IRL aspect. I feel like we gonna have a little more IRL 2K going off right now. I really do. They already patching some. They patched the 5'9". For y'all who don't know already, some of y'all was telling me already. I seen it. Zimmerman came out and said it. You know, they patched him. So y'all already know a few things. They not scared to patch nothing. Driving dunk at 87, so he gonna be boofing. Post control at 79. That is actually tough. That is actually tough when I looked at this LeBron build. This is an offensive LeBron build because it's damn near like an 80. You know, in case he uses like a takeover that increases that stat right there. Boom. Mid range 87. That's like LeBron, so he wants that mid range. This is a stat where I'm like but it's like yo. The 78 3-pointer. He could take away from the driving layup, but it seems like he wants that stat there. But that 78 3-pointer, we hope people gonna know how to shoot. That's the only thing. Some players put a 78 because they know adding boost, putting a boost on, you basically get yourself to like an 80. You know, some players are confident enough to say they can shoot with that. Turning your meter off, you get a boost, so understand you damn near in like the 80. So players are confident enough like that to ride out with that, right? We go over to pass accuracy. That's LeBron like passing 85. Ball handle 85. That's damn near what LeBron got. He don't got no 85 right now, really, y'all. We be honest, LeBron ball control like a 70, like a 75. He just super smart with so it boosts it up a little bit. Like his ball control like sig, like LeBron, like go on now. But 85 is good for a LeBron build. 75 speed with ball, very good. Here's where we get to his hits. He is very hit in his defense area. So I hope he could play great defense. He still went in the best possible way to go to make a small forward that's hitting defense. He went perimeter and block. Because at least you could play perimeter defense, wall up, helping the paint. You can get help defense to come help you in that 78 block. You can still do something with that. And that perimeter defense, you can still do something with that. But somebody that has the higher 80 stats, if they're finishing like nicer on you, like he's going to suffer with that. He may change it up a little bit. He's maxed it out, but he may change this up a little bit. These are the things I would touch up on a little bit. I would have to sacrifice on this driving layup and bring it to my perimeter defense and my block. Get these to an 80. Same with like the KD build. So you can be at that balanced space. I feel like 80 is the balanced space. 74 and anything down, you better hope you got locks with you on the lineup, and then yeah, you can rock it because you're mostly going to be just trying to play offense, really. And then when we get to it, it's like LeBron has more rebounding than this, you know. So I think a lot of people is not going to agree with this. This is why I say tweaking. I'm tweaking as well with it. And I feel like if he took away a little bit from the driving layups high and the post control there. Like I said, this is why I tell y'all, yo. That's why if you be on, like if me being honest, you got to sacrifice from the post control. You do. It's like it's lovely to have it there. I get it. It's lovely to have it there, and you get those few little post control badges. Like, oh, the bill spread it around, but defense wins games, man. when you have a build and your build could play defense and it could play offense, you feel so much better. I'm telling you, you do. You know, and you're not gonna have defense in all areas, but come on, you have to have a little bit higher rebounding than this with LeBron. LeBron, you got to a little bit, you know, at least, you know, LeBron getting up there. And then when I come down to it and I look at it, it's like his agility is low too, 71. I feel like he gonna feel that. Then an 80 speed. I mean, I feel like he should have got his speed up more to the 80 areas, but it's like he's trying to have his weight there too, so he can get certain benefits with the weight, you know. But it's like 75 vertical is cool. I'm always cool rocking with that 75 vertical, you know what I mean? I'm always cool with that. But that's the things I would definitely change up on the build, people. I feel like he needs a little bit more speed. Agility is going to be important, people. It's, of course, people would just be like, oh, it's off ball, but you got to think about when you're moving off ball, your ability to get open. If somebody has faster agility and your agility is slow and you're not a good Dexter, or you don't know just how to move off ball, people are going to stay with you. They're going to be able to keep up with you. The defense got better this year, you know what I mean? So it is going to be important to some sense to say, let me have my agility a little bit up, because you're not always going to be dribbling the ball all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the case all the time. So they are trapping people now with this stat here, this agility stat as well too. They are. Certain people are going to have it at balances, but people are going to be, I can tell this, that stat, people are going to be changing up on their builds. Some are going to be going low, risking this, and they switching it up. I can see it. Speed a little higher, because with this agility, you're not really guarding nobody with these stats. He's not getting the clamps at a good level, you know. Going up to the 80s will be worth it more. You'll have more of that B grade. 80 is like a B. You see what I'm saying? B grade. You gotta do the math like that. So his build also, I would do some tweaks, but I did like how the passing, like it's blended like a LeBron build. That's what I liked about it. It's better like a LeBron build, but it needs more defensive rebounding. Needs more few things. All right, all the things that I touched up on. So hit that.